How's it going, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. So in this video I want to show you guys this simple strategy. Indicator I use for this strategy is an indicator called, let me just show you guys real quick. It's an indicator called supply demand zone. So in case you're looking for this indicator, all you have to do is come to this indicator section here and search for supply demand zone. This zone is in all caps. The other indicator I use is called session, right? So this helps us find the sessions in the market and helps us figure out where exactly are we at currently in the market. So you can see this blue zone here is the London session. This is my London session. So I will show you guys the strategy and how it works real quick. So in case you want to add this session indicator, all you have to do is come to this indicators box here and search for session. There's a bunch of session indicators you can use, but as you can see, I'm using this first one, this one here, and all you have to do is add that to your charts. Tweak the colors, set it up to your preference. And okay, let me just quickly show you guys the settings I use. I only use London and New York. I just turn off Asian. As you can see, my London is in blue and my Asian is in like dark, kind of like gray or something. So let's get straight to the strategy and how it works. Alright, so as you can see, this is a very simple strategy. So I want to just show you guys real quick. So one thing you want to look out for is during this London session, like I said, this blue box is my London session. So let's just assume that you've seen this setup happen in London session. So you see like consecutive green candlestick to the upside, and this is our order block. Right? This is another block, but for this particular strategy, I'm not going to be using the order block. We are only going to be using an FVG. Although I have an FVG indicator here that helps me plot out and find FVG zones in the market, but I can easily find FVG by myself. It's not necessary. So how it works is if you turn on this supply demand zone, clearly this is going to turn to blue, so that whenever you see this blue candlesticks, then you know that it's a valid supply or demand zone. But for the blue, it's called demand. I set it to demand. Like when I see a blue candlestick like this, I set it to demand, so it clearly like shouts and screams to me that this is a demand zone. All right, so when I see a golden candlestick, like a yellow candlestick to the downside, then it screams supply zone. So for this example, let's just say that this is our demand zone, and all we have to do, like this should be in the London session. Like all this should happen in London session. So let's say something. Okay, let me just get something up. Let me just get something cleared real quick. All right, so I wanted to add the wicks so that you guys can see if it's in a real life example. So these are the wicks. Obviously the candlestick wouldn't just form like solid like Marabuzo candlesticks and all that. So I had to add the wicks so that this could be a very, very clear example. So once we spot, like as you can see, there's an FVG zone here. Let me just mark that out real quick. An FVG zone here. So I'll be looking to take a buy here. So all you have to do is just wait for price to retrace back into this FVG zone. You can put your stop loss slightly below the FVG zone, or maybe slightly below that candlestick that gave that imbalance, which is this one here. Just put it down there, and you can take a 1-to-1, a 1-to-1.5, a 1-to-2. The take profit all depends on what you want, your own preference, and all this good stuff. So real quick, let's go and see a real life example of this trade and see how it works. So real quick, as you can see, I'm going to take my time and show you guys this strategy in the live market. So as you can see, this is the London session. This is this blue box, like I said, is the London session. So once we see price starts forming inside this blue box, then we should be very ready to start taking our trades, obviously. So all right, so let's just get straight to this. So as you can see, price was forming and dancing and too much wicks and all this good stuff, and suddenly we saw this consecutive blue candlestick to the upside. So this is my demand zone. This is clearly a demand zone. All you have to do is look for the FVG zone in this demand zone. So what we have to do now is as you can see, you can clearly see that there's an FVG zone here. So you spot this FVG zone, you want to take a trade for a buy. So as you can see, all you have to do is take your entry here and your stop loss slightly below this candlestick that formed the FVG. And like I said, your take profit can be a 1-to-1, a 1-to-2, a 1-to-3, a 1 to whatever. So this trade clearly went for a 3.04 to 1 on just this one single trade, which is pretty damn interesting. All right, so let me quickly show you guys another example of this setup. So as you can see, you know, this is the London session here, and clearly price, you know, gave us this demand zone. Like, this is a demand zone right here. So all you have to do, like simple, just, you know, find the supply, this demand zone, look for the FVG that formed during this, you know, move to the upside. And once you spot the FVG zone, all you have to do is, you know, take note of it, wait for price to move up, you know, and, you know, let me just do the replay, and let's just have that, you know, that feel of how price gets back there. I know we've already seen what price did there, but, you know, let's just assume like nothing happened. Like, let's assume that this never happened. And like I said, your stop loss should be, you know, slightly below this candlestick that formed the FVG, the imbalance candlestick there. And let's just play this out. We have already seen what happened. We clearly saw what happened. So price went for a 2.8. Let's just say, let's move it to 3 hour. Let's see what happens. All right, so price smashed 3 hour, and if it went more, 3.3, and yeah, I think it just keeps going up. So you can see this went for a 4.5 to 1 on just this one trade, which is pretty interesting, honestly. So guys, I will be posting a MyForexFunds challenge video. So I've been working on a video, a kind of like a video showing my MyForexFunds account and trading, and showing you guys my live profits, my live losses, and all this good stuff. As you can see, price went for a 4.5 to 1, which is pretty interesting. So all you have to do, guys, is wait for the London session. Once you're done waiting for the London session, all you have to do is wait for a supply or a demand zone. So if you see a supply zone, then you're looking to take a sell. Let's say you saw the supply zone, this move to the downside, you should be looking for a selling entry. So your entry should be sells. But if you see a move to the upside, like a demand like this, then clearly your entry should be a buy setups. And if you're wondering, like some of my students will ask me, what risk should you use? It all depends on your account or your own preference. All I would say is I risk a maximum of 3% on every single trade I take. I don't like to, you know, risk too much. But if it's a profit account, like a proprietary firm account like FTM or MyForexFunds, I risk like 0.5 to 1% maximum. I don't honestly risk 1% on my trades, because 1%, all it takes is like 2 losses, 3 losses, and you're down a massive 3%, which is not good. So if you guys want to stay consistent with this strategy, please stick to it, focus, go back test it. Guys, look, there's a lot of ways to trade. All that matters is, you know, the consistency, your risk management, your psychology, and all this good stuff. And this strategy is an effective one. All you have to do is wait for a supply or demand zone and wait for an FVG for your entry. I'm going to give out 5 strategies to my VIP students, but right now currently we only have 3 strategies on the VIP course. So I'll be giving out more 2 more strategies. And guys, if you want to join the VIP signals group, you can click the first link in the description or DM me on Instagram. If you want to join the mentorship, you want me to mentor you so you can become a good trader and trade the exact way I trade, also DM me on Instagram. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe.